Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of You, Me, and Yuri Makes Three, starring the Puffin Statue. Hey! He's our number one fan. No, it's Mike Schmidt, and Mike Schmidt.
Hello.
Coming to you from our kitchen studio.
Yes.
With Odin walking around, jingling.
Yes.
Like a whorish reindeer. So in this episode, it's the finale. We're comboing the last 2, 11, 12 together for the last episode of this particular anime study.
Yes.
Which I believe we have done to a T.
Yes.
We might be the greatest anime podcasters who have ever lived.
I like to think so.
Jumping right in, our analysis of episode 11. Gotta supercharge it! Exclamation point. Exclamation point. This is the Grand Prix final short program. So really short Prix.
Yeah, the short program. So this is our second to last episode. We're getting into the Grand Prix. This is the culmination of all of Yuri's hard work. So
shocker, everyone's in kilts.
I wish.
Tartans abound. I initially thought no opening, because we start with a recap.
Yes, we have
a little unusual for the rest of the show. Yeah. Like to jigger with their format back and forth a little bit. So we get a little bit of an opening where they introduce where everybody's standing at the beginning of this one. Yuri's in dead last.
Yeah, he just squeaked into qualifying.
I think Peachy was right above him, etc., 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 etc. JJ is on top.
Yeah, he's the only one to win both of his qualifying matches.
That Canadian piece of shit.
Yeah, he's such a douche.
Love JJ. Yuri, number 6. Peachy is here too. Yay!
Yay, Peachy!
He's just, I've got this written a couple of times throughout. He's just happy to be here.
He is. He's
like, I'm not gonna win. I'm just having a good time.
Pretty much.
Go Peachy.
Well, he kind of goes into it knowing that he's probably not. He might get on the podium, maybe, but his difficulty in both of his programs is nowhere near everyone else's.
He's just grinding EXP.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, you know what? I have nothing to be, I'm not defending any titles or anything like that. So he's like, I have nowhere to go but up. So he's just having a good old time.
Yeah. We've got Yurio. He's looking intense at the beginning. He's going to bring it.
Yeah.
It's going to be brought in.
Yeah.
He's going to be delivered.
Yes. When is Yurio not intense? Though?
He's just an intense little 15-year-old kid.
Yeah, he is.
Chris is here!
Yay, Chris!
We love Chris.
Everyone loves Chris.
Chris is great. His complete and utter lack of subtlety is amazing.
Yep, like a brick to the face.
On the other side of the spectrum, JJ.
Yeah.
Fucking JJ. Oh, there it is. So much setup was required. That's me reacting. Oh, the title snuck in there.
Yes, the title. There's a new opening.
It was a little bit different.
Never noticed before.
Either we've just haven't been noticing over the last few. It's been such a break where we didn't really pay attention, taking it for granted. But in the background, since they introduced everybody, you got your normal skating going on, but then we've got flashes of the other competitors in the background.
Like the final 6, and we also get some shots of like the stadium and everything. I'm like, wow, how have I never noticed this before? But I think it's because usually with the opening, I like the song, but I don't usually pay attention to like the animation or stuff because I'm like, it's just all the same. So why should I bother paying attention? I just want to listen to the funky song.
I think the Puffin has proved why you should pay attention.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Puffin? That's right, Mark. Oh, our third host.
Yeah.
Okay, so different intros. And you know who's going up first? Why not? Let's do it. Yuri is up first.
Well, he was last.
He was last, so he goes first.
Yeah, the standings, that's
probably
how it works.
Really good for somebody's self-confidence. You're at the bottom of the barrel, then you have to go first.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then you can just watch yourself get pushed down.
Lower.
Down.
As everyone succeeds sequentially in front of you.
Dick move, I don't know.
Grinding you down into the dust.
It's like if you didn't have confidence beforehand, you ain't gonna have it now.
I think this is akin to real skating. It just mystifies me that everybody's just able to change up their shit on the fly.
Yeah.
They can just do whatever they want. They're just like, I don't feel like doing this jump today. I'm going to do a different one. I'm going to put this one over there. I'm going to put my arms up on this one. I'm going to stick my thumb up my butt.
Yeah. I know, like, for me, I don't know, coming from dance, like, you don't do that. Like, you have your choreography. You don't switch it up on the fly and, like, do this, that, and the other thing.
Up the difficulties. I think you were speaking.
No. I was done.
Slight little intermission there while we went and chased Odin off some French fries.
Yes. Good job, buddy.
So, Yuri's doing it. He's changing up his shit. The only way to win is with quad file with +3 GOE.
Quad flip.
Quad flip with +3 GOEs.
Yes.
That is way more GOEs than we previously had.
I think this is the most GOEs.
I've never heard that term before.
I don't
it
even
seemed to be
really
perfectly
know what it
acceptable.
is.
Yuri's getting his own head at this point. Goes for a jump. I don't know if it was his quad flip with +3 GOE, but he boffs it because it's Yuri.
Well, he doesn't. He touches. He touches down. He touches.
Which doesn't seem to be that big of a deal.
No, because it looks like and they even mentioned like he had enough rotations, so it should be still a pretty high score, even though he did like a little touchdown. So,
so everyone maths in this world.
Yes.
Everybody's like, okay, well, if he did that and he did that, well, he's still going to be good if he could do this, that, and that, and that. And tell us what the score is.
Yeah,
like, I'm still figuring it out.
I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, Minami's there. I love Minami. He's so awesome. He's Yuri's head cheerleader.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at their viewing party.
At the spa.
Yeah, Katsuki residence.
The spa and pork cutlet bowl place.
Yeah.
Which, that should really put them on the map.
They are like the last one in Hatsatsu, so.
Yeah,
you
better.
You better bring it.
You better go.
You better bring it.
Their pork cutlets, they might serve them right in the hot springs. Who knows?
Oh my god, that'd be so good. Be like shabu shabu.
Bowl.
Yeah, that'd be good. Anyway.
So now, the ads during this last couple episodes have just been so weird and glaring. I wrote down Ben and John's ice cream, possibly?
Yeah, I think it's a play on Ben and Jerry's. Yeah.
Really? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So, like, the ads on the boards as everybody's skating seem to take center stage now. They're just distracting as all hell.
Oh, I didn't even notice them.
We get a flashback with Yuri covered in hamsters.
Peach Eat covered in hamsters.
Peach Eat covered in hamsters.
Peach Eat's the hamster guy. And actually, if you notice, like, after he skates, because you know how, like, they all throw stuffed animals. Yurio gets a cat. Yuri gets sushi. Peach Eat just has a ton of little stuffed hamsters that he gets.
He's a big fan of hamsters,
he
which
loves
is
his hammies.
A little bit weird. So there's a little bit of a flashback with Yuri and him just hanging out.
Yeah.
Planning what they're going to do. Because they're friends living in Detroit.
Yeah, they're talking, they're chatting.
Yeah,
figuring out what they want to do in life with skating.
Skate.
Yes.
Skate
Only
forever.
skate.
Must skate.
Always skate.
Then we get another very distracting ad that I couldn't take my eyes off of once I had noticed it. It just said masonry. Like, just advertising the trade of masonry altogether.
Well, I mean, if you're going to advertise a trade, I guess masonry is the way to go.
Which proves to us that Freemasons built the skating rink.
Oh my god.
It's a conspiracy of massive proportion. So now, Yuri fucks off.
Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah,
Goes
finished.
to the old crying claw. What is it?
Kiss and cry.
Kiss and cry.
Yeah.
So he's hanging out with Victor, and Yurio takes the ice, and he's killing it.
He kills it.
His arms are in the air, as if he just does not care.
Yeah, he puts in a flawless performance.
Apparently, arms up means more difficulty, means more points. This kid is adept at milking it.
Definitely.
He's milking the system, and I don't approve.
It's way harder to do jumps and like get into jumps to get that speed and that momentum when your arms are raised.
He's 15. Imagine what happens when his voice drops.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. So Yuri's mind went blank.
Yeah.
Yurio, he just disconnected.
He found his agape.
Did he go Ultra Instinct?
Oh my goodness, maybe he did.
Ultra Skating Instinct?
Ultra Skating Instinct.
He seemed to do well when he wasn't
Yeah.
up his own ass.
Yeah, his mind went blank. He embraced his agape, and
Not in front of all the spectators.
He nailed it, and
he's not Chris.
Yeah, and he breaks Victor's world record.
Shatters it, destroys it.
What?
Victor is a sad, broken husk of a man. No, Victor doesn't give a shit.
And he is quite a bit like Yuri. I think it was like around 98 points. Whereas Yurio has 118 points. So there's quite a gap between Yurio and Yuri.
And then, Shrimp Skewer Bumper!
Woo!
We're already at halfway point during this one episode.
I know, right?
Mostly action, a lot of skating, a lot of people skating around.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a little monologue inside their own head.
Yeah.
Yuri is, of course, worried about his own skating. Yurio, not much going on in this one. He just kind of chills out.
Goes blank. Blah.
Usually he's, shitting on Yuri, mad at Victor. He's got like 15 different things going on. He's super chill in this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Yurio beat the world record, and Chris is pure lust.
I just have, once again, I think most of my notes about Chris are just, oh, Chris.
Oh, Chris.
And you actually get to see a little bit of, like, Chris's
his
personal
Christory,
life,
if you will.
Yeah. So you see him.
That was history in Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
So you actually see his apartment, and he's got a cute little kitty in it.
She kissed on the nose.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of theories about who the man with the cat carrier is.
The guy who always comes early?
Yeah, he comes too early. Like, they never say it, but everyone's like, dude, that's his boyfriend. 100%.
Wasn't? Never mind. I'm thinking of JJ.
Yeah.
So Chris lacks subtlety. He's pissed off at Victor. He's like, I need Victor. I need him as that driving force. I'm used to being behind him.
Yeah.
Touching his butt.
But...
As if they didn't touch butts. Just butt on butt action.
Hot, sexy.
Cheeky.
Butt on butt action.
Yeah, so lack of subtlety in any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
But we've come to know that from Chris.
Yes, and I mean, it's what he does. And he does it well. He's pure lust.
So he does his routine. I don't think he fucks up too bad.
No, he gets a little pissed off when he sees Victor and Yuri at the kiss and cry, and like, or is that in the next one?
That's in the next one.
Oh, jeez, I'm ahead of myself. Apologies for that.
So next we go to the flag slots.
Yes, the girls, and I just noticed this for the first time when you mentioned it. The girls have flags for every single skater.
Happy to be there.
They just love everyone, and they just want everyone to be happy. So they have flags for each of the skaters, and they raise them up high, and they cheer, they laugh, they cry, they learn. So yeah, flag slots.
Flag slots. They'll flag for anybody. Morning, noon, or night. So that ends.
Yeah, Odebek.
I have very minimal notes on Odebek. Odebek's angry.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty much
apparently
just
he's
Odebek.
wearing lederhosen of some kind.
Yeah.
Very weird.
I liked it.
Bejeweled lederhosen.
Yeah.
He does okay.
Yeah.
And then JJ. Time for some JJ action.
Fuck JJ.
I can't even do that hand thing he does with the
two J's. The two J's. It's like JJ style.
JJ style.
Those are two J's there.
His theme.
JJ style.
His theme of King JJ.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Good song, though.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's so catchy.
I just wrote, the fuck, man. The fuck. And then JJ does what JJ doesn't do. JJ chokes like a little bitch.
So much choking. Like all of his jumps are bad. Like
he does a little rotation. He does a little thing.
Like he's supposed to do combination. He does like a single. And it's just
but the really nice thing is, all his fans are still cheering for him. Like, we know you suck right now, JJ, but we've seen you where you don't suck.
Yeah, we know how you are. Yeah, and
his parents are there,
and he tries to get it back into it, and he finishes his program. I mean, like he.
Despite could you imagine that psychological damage that he's done to himself?
Oh gosh, yeah. Like, he
fucked
just...
it up, fucked it up again. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think he does any of his jumps properly or whatever. And everybody's like,
Near
the
the-
fuck's happening
yeah.
to JJ? Because
Well,
he was in first place,
yeah,
which is
and
why he's going last.
He won both of his qualifiers. Like, this
he's
is
like,
just
I
crazy.
sweeped Canada's thing, and I did this one.
Well,
and
it's so crazy because, like, his signature jump, he boffs. Like, he turns it into a single, and he's just like, oh no, that's okay. I'll make up for it at the end of the program. I'll insert those jumps like we were talking about. But then he just keeps fucking up. And he definitely gets into his own head. And Yuri even mentioned, like, I'm watching this and it's like watching me from last year where he just got so into his own head that he just kept on fucking up and screwing up and just being awful. So, I mean, yeah, like, but I mean, it's JJ, so you're just like, fuck you, JJ. You were such a dick. Maybe this little slice of humble pie is kind of...
It absolutely does not, because he doesn't take any lessons from that. He just goes on, and that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see.
He's just like, JJ, leave me. So we see Yuri is not at the top of the list.
No.
I think he's like 4th or something?
Yeah, he's 4th after the short program.
Yurio's on top.
Yeah, Yurio's number 1.
He's number 1, breaking
and then I
world
think
record.
It's Chris and Odebek are ahead of
Chris
him.
and Odebek.
Peachit is a little bit behind him.
Peachit is there!
Yeah, Peachit is a little bit behind Yuri.
He's just happy we remember his name.
Yeah, and JJ is very last because he got his lowest score that he's ever got in his entire career. So that's saying something, man. That's got to get in your own brain.
Sucks sore.
Yep.
That's it for this one.
Yeah, that was episode 11. So
now on to the super final.
There's
episode
not that
12.
many supers. There's 3 supers.
There's on my page, bitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wrote them down.
Okay. But
so now we gotta supercharge it.
Yeah.
Grand Prix final. Ran out of room. Have to go down to the next line. Free skate.
Free skate.
I think I got paid by the letter on these titles.
Yeah, no doubt.
So Yuri wants to end this after the finale.
Yeah, he wants to break up with Victor.
We get some drama where Yuri's motivation for it is like, well, if I get the gold or if I don't get the gold, and I'm not going to hold Victor back anymore because I'm a little baby. Yuri.
That's not very nice.
Well, he's being a bitch.
No, he thinks he's doing what's best.
Yes, but he didn't ask Victor what Victor wanted.
No, he did not.
He made the decision all by himself.
Well, and Victor's even like, wow, I did not think you could ever be this selfish, you selfish prick.
So he surprised even Victor with his selfish dickishness.
Yeah, because he makes
something
Victor...
he thought was going to be good for everybody, but he just needed to talk about it. This is like in movies and TV shows where people just need to communicate, and then 90% of the problems would be taken care of. This is the exact same goddamn thing. Just talk to Victor. See what Victor wants to do. You're in a... Let's face it. You're in a relationship.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Whatever that may be. You need to talk it out, man.
Exactly. He makes Victor cry.
He does make Victor cry.
Which is not cool.
I may never forgive Yuri for that.
Oh, dang.
Victor is very important to me. Victor is sad. Way to go, Yuri.
Yup.
The only emotions I've ever seen from Victor are happiness, possibly horniness, more happiness, more horniness. And now he's crying in a hotel room because Yuri is like, I don't want to like you. I'm a jerk.
Anyway.
So after making Victor everyone's favorite cry, Yurio, so this is the standing, Yurio, Odebek, Chris, Yuri is in 4th, Peachit, and then JJ down at the bottom where he belongs in the dirt.
Because he's garbage.
And apparently now, at the very end of the show, at the very end of the season, we now care about who these fucking announcers are.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've got names, and I thought they were going to develop backstories for a little bit. I didn't write down their names because they're announcers. I don't think they're important. One of them is voiced by the same guy who did Ed in Full Metal Alchemist. I think. I kept hearing that intonation.
Maybe.
So these guys have names now. We care about them.
Yeah, apparently. Monaco, I think, is one of them. Don't care. Like that. I don't know.
Announcers.
Yeah, announcers. They have names.
There's a little bit of jabbing, and then they go away forever.
Yep. We never see them again.
JJ sucks Timbits.
Yeah, he has to go first, and he continues to choke.
He continues to choke, so there's been a time gap
like a
between the
day
last
or a
one.
couple of days.
Yeah, there's been a little bit of time, so he could have mentally prepared himself or dug himself deeper into a hole of despair and eventual failure.
Yeah, it looks like he's just dug himself deeper into a hole of despair and eventual failure. So, I mean,
But people are still cheering him on.
Yeah,
They're still happy.
Yeah,
yay, we still love JJ. Because that's the Canadian support team.
Of course, yeah. I mean, we support you no matter what. So. Because we're nice.
Maybe they clapped a little less louder. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So JJ fucks it up again.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Was it his flashback or Peachy's flashback where you got to see that coach guy with the lion hair?
Oh. That was JJ's flashback. Because he used to be coached by Chow Chow too. And oh my god.
Chow Chow had majestic lion mane.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like Chow Chow, bring that back, man.
I want to go back in time. Maybe that'll be season 2.
Yeah, go back in time and make Chow Chow have
Chow Chow's in his prime.
Glorious, lustrous hair.
Jack off and all these other dudes.
Yeah, back in their prime.
Back in the prime.
Yeah, I just have Chow Chow's hair.
Chow Chow the lion.
Yeah. And then we see Peachy skate.
Again, he's just happy to be here, man.
He's happy. He messes up a little bit. He falls. Because he's like, I'm going to go for it. And then his first jump, he falls.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
The timing
is great.
It's like, I'm not going to screw up. I screwed up.
Damn it. But he brings it back. That was his only screw up.
It's like an 80s sitcom where they forget to put the pie in the oven and then they turn it up to 500.
Yeah, to cook it quicker.
To cook it faster. And then they wonder why it burns.
Yeah.
Because you're Peachy. That's why. So Peachy has a little fantasy going on where he's like, I don't want to be a competitive figure skater anymore. I want to do ice dancing.
Yeah, he wants to have his own show in Thailand and make everyone see how fun figure skating is. And
hamsters on ice.
Hamsters on ice, because and he has in his little fantasy, the top 6 are all there and they're skating with him with their little hamster hats. Which is like, dude.
Pretty adorable.
To chill out with the hamster thing. The funny thing I noticed was even in Peachy's daydream, Odebek is not smiling.
I think he's incapable of smiling.
He's the only one who's not smiling, and it's
pretty awesome.
Makes me laugh because it's like, dude, it's your daydream. You could make him smile.
Well, he wants to keep it real, or else he won't believe it.
I can't even fathom Odebek smiling, so I'm not even going to put it in here.
So then we get a food bumper already. We're already at the midway point in the final episode. Not a lot has happened, but we got a little bit of skating.
Yeah, we got some skating.
I think the bumper was like
it was like a tapas type deal.
It was weird. It flashed very quickly.
Yeah, it had little skewers and like sandwiches and stuff. It was like little finger foods.
It was here. It's gone.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah.
Yuri goes on to continue to be a drama queen. We go back to that scene with him and Victor.
Yeah.
He's like,
and then they decide to each make their decisions independently because Yuri wants Victor to go back to competitive skating, but he doesn't want to if Yuri is going to retire. So they basically both say, okay, well, we'll make our own decisions, and then we'll tell each other after the final is over. So it's like, is Victor going to go back to competitive skating? Is Yuri going to retire? Because at this point, everyone's like, oh, wow, like Yuri's going to retire. It's rumored he's retiring. He's going to retire next season.
Yuri's already retired in his head at this point.
Yeah, but
he's making these ultimatums. He's like, well, I'll figure out what happens at the end and when everything's over. And
exactly. So, I mean, it's kind of up in the air and everything like that. So, yeah. But anyway... So now it's Yuri's skate, isn't it?
Yeah, because he's next.
Yeah.
He's stepping it up, and he nails it.
Is
he a finishing carpenter? Because he nails it.
He just blows it out of the fucking water, and he also breaks Victor's world record. So now both Yuris have broken Victor's records.
Victor couldn't be happier.
Yeah, he said
we don't know that yet.
That's his biggest compliment as a coach.
So he kicks ass.
Yep,
Yuri's
takes
feeling
names.
pretty good. Doesn't fall, doesn't stumble, makes all of his jumps, increases the difficulty of many jumps on the fly.
And
again, because in skating you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and he's like, I want the last skate of my career to have the same difficulty as Victor's. So that's where he changes it up, and Victor's just like, oh my god, this is amazing, my baby.
He's doing it.
So yeah, he fucking nails it. Yuri kicks all the ass.
And that's when we go to the couch and cry
Yes,
or whatever.
kiss and cry, yeah.
Kiss and cry.
Yeah.
And that's where
Chris messes up. Yeah.
gets an eyeful of Victor and Yuri basically cuddling on the couch.
Yeah, and taking selfies.
Victor's like, so happy, I'm so happy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Chris is like, grr.
Yeah.
Grr.
Because he's like, he's like, this was my chance with Victor not here. Because Chris always usually came second, right?
Yeah. Sometimes. He comes first.
So he's like, this was my chance, because he's like, he's one of the oldest skaters. This is probably going to be one of the last Grand Prix he's ever going to do. So he's like, this was my chance to sweep in and grab that gold that Victor has kept for me for so long. And Yuri comes in and does a flawless free skate. Yuri-O comes in and does a flawless short program. Like, he's just like pissed off now, and it causes him to fuck up because he gets into his own head.
It's too bad. I had high hopes for Chris.
Yeah,
but he's not making it. So off to JJ.
But after Chris's performance, we find out that Yuri is basically guaranteed a spot on the podium now.
Yeah. Even if he keeps anything else that happens, he's still on the podium.
on the podium.
We get a flash of JJ standing by with a magazine. Called Ice Jewels.
Ice
Jewels magazine. Clearly not an innuendo for testicles. We now learn Victor, he's got more changes than the Tide. He's now like, you know what? I'm coming out of retirement now.
Yep.
Fuck y'all.
I'm going to be a competitive skater again.
And I'm going to beat the shit out of Yuri.
Yeah, so Victor has made his decision. He is going to go back to competitive skating. Mm-hmm. He takes what Yuri said to heart, that, this is who you are. This is what you love to do.
You love to do this. You're meant to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, fine, I'll do it.
Yeah, so Victor's going to come back to competitive skating.
Now we go back to Yuri-O, who's now taking the ice for his final skate-a-majig.
Yep.
And he winds up boffing it a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah, he touches down, I think.
Touches down, he gets all the rotations, but then he steps it up again, arms
in
the
the air.
he
full-on falls. Yeah, he full-on falls, because they're like...
Yeah, he does, and then he, recovers.
He got up and he recovered.
Still does really well.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand figure skating.
No, me either.
I would think falling would guarantee you not being able to do anything, but apparently it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, well, I think because he scored so high, the reason why he gets such a high score... in the end game is because he scored so high on the short program. So even if he did get a really low score, it kind of evened out.
But he doesn't.
Yes.
Yuri-O does very, very well.
Yes.
Everybody's cheering for him. Even Yuri's cheering squad back home has Yuri-O on little fans. Yes. All the little kids, the 3 triplets. I don't know what their names are. Couldn't be bothered.
Couldn't be bothered.
So that ends. I don't think we get to know his score right away. I think it's revealed either
with the final standings. Yeah, with the final standings. I just want to, while Yuri-O is skating, we kind of get a little bit of flashback to the first episode where, he kicks in the door and when Yuri's crying in the bathroom, he kicks in the door and is like, we don't need 2 Yuris, blah, 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 you should retire, yeah. But you actually see where he came from with that, and he was watching Yuri from the stands, and he's like, well, his jumps suck, but damn, his footwork and his step sequences are amazing, and he's like, Yuri-O basically wanted to see Yuri at his prime. At his best.
His best possible. He wants to skate against that Yuri.
He wants to skate against that Yuri. He actually really, really wants to skate against that Yuri. Like, he respects him, but then when he went to the bathroom, because he's like, I want to see what kind of man this guy is, goes to the bathroom, Yuri's crying. He's like, what the fuck, man? Like, yeah.
How am I going to utterly defeat this man when he's already defeated himself?
Exactly. And then he actually says, he doesn't want Yuri to retire. He wants to skate against him.
He's mad at him.
Yeah,
he's
pissed.
visibly mad.
He's pissed at him, and he's
grumpy.
like, I will make you regret it if you retire now. In his own brain, like he doesn't go and actually say that.
Everybody's mad at everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. So
we flashback to Victor, and he is hugging Yuri or some shit like that, and Victor becomes as sexually aggressive as Chris again.
Yes.
There's a lot of less than innuendo going on here.
I think Victor's just like, God damn it, Yuri.
He's waiting for the sweet, sweet release.
Yes.
He doesn't want to kiss his metal unless it's gold.
Yeah, he won't kiss his metal unless it's gold.
So Yuri decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to keep skating.
Yeah, he's like, well, as soon as he found out, like, Victor was going to be competitive again, he's like, I want to skate against you. I want to be on the ice with you. That's all I've ever really wanted.
It's either right before this or right after this. We get the podium standing. Yuri doesn't win.
No, we already, because
he comes in second. Yuri takes first, despite falling and shit. I don't get it. And then third place was, I don't care. Was it Chris? No, it wasn't Chris.
No.
JJ?
No. Who was it?
I don't know.
It's not important.
No, it wasn't Peachy.
No, it wasn't Peachy.
So it had to be
Oda Beck, maybe? Or
maybe
Chris?
it was Oda.
No, because Chris... Wow, I have no idea.
We literally just watched it 10 minutes ago. Neither of us can remember.
Wow.
Well,
it
whatever.
wasn't really important.
Some loser comes in third.
Yeah, exactly.
But the margin between Yuri and Yurio was so
Oh,
infinitesimal.
yeah. Yurio beat Yuri by 0.12.
Which, if you know anything about Russians and competitions, it's probably a fix. Yakov probably broke somebody's legs.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Yurio is the winner, the youngest in history.
Yep.
He's 15, first time qualifying, first victory.
Yep.
So he's going to be even more insufferable in season 2.
Yeah, senior division debut.
Senior division debut.
So he's the first one who has ever debuted with a gold medal. So
his debut in the Grand Prix.
Yes, his debut in the Grand Prix.
And that's it for Yuri on Ice.
Yeah.
Now we get a lovely end credit sequence.
and just one more thing is Victor decides that he's going to go back to competitive skating, but he's also still going to coach Yuri.
Which will be interesting.
Yeah.
How can you coach a competitor?
Exactly. So basically Victor says, well, it's going to be tough for me to become a competitor and still coach you, so I want 5 world championships out of you. And it's like, really?
Out of Yuri?
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he could do it. He blossomed, like, he almost won.
Met the
like
challenge.
0.12%, or 1.12. Like, that's intense. I would be pissed.
Everybody else is just going to keep getting better and better, too, so...
Yeah, can you imagine how Yurio is going to progress?
Foreshadowing for season 2.
Yeah,
which has neither been announced or...
It'll be there.
It's a cooking.
Yeah, it's been way too popular that it wouldn't have a season 2.
So then we get a lovely end credit sequence where Yuri is skating. Obviously, it's a metaphor for sex.
No, it's his exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
It's his exhibition skate.
Mm-hmm. Totally a metaphor for doing it. With Victor. On the ice.
His exhibition.
He skates Victor's routine, blah, blah, blah.
With
they
Victor.
do well with Victor.
Yeah.
They're wearing matching jackets. It's adorable.
Yes, it is adorable.
They're obviously
it's
metaphor
the exhibition skate.
Doing it.
That's what they do after those competitions.
Slapping butts on the ice.
Everyone has their exhibition skate.
Time.
Whatever.
Anyway, so that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end credits, and that's it.
Yeah.
So see you next level.
Yeah, that's
where
what
we end off the show
see you
with.
Next level.
Last little bumper, and
that's it.
End.
Yeah. 12 episodes.
Yuri make 3.
Yeah.
That's 12 episodes. We started doing 2 there at the end.
Yeah.
Overall, highly enjoyable show. Good pacing. Great animation. Good voice cast. We listened to it, obviously, dubbed, not subbed.
Yeah.
Which is rare for us.
It is.
I think
rare
it allows to taking notes a little bit easier,
Yeah.
especially when you're not looking down, looking up. And even this one, we had dinner during it, so that was nice too.
No, that was nice. I don't know, like I've watched it with subs and dubs, and I just really like the voice actors.
Yeah, sometimes like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, it's
oh my gosh, yeah,
vastly superior with the voice acting.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Because we don't get a lot of the inflections and a lot of the tonal stuff with the Japanese stuff, we're mostly just reading, interpreting it word for word.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes the voice acting, when it's done really, really well, adds another layer and another dynamic to it. So that part was really enjoyable too.
Yeah.
The action was interesting. Like all the food bumpers.
Yeah,
Don't eat all of them.
I loved how it was animated. I just really liked, you got that sense of motion, that sense of movement, like really well.
It was colorful, had movement, and they played with perspective really well, which was really nice.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So what is next on the horizon for us? Well, we'll be back in another week, and we will see you then. Thank you to our listener. And
you know who you are.
You know who you are. Thank you for supporting us, and we'll be back with lots more content on the Nerd Stew Network. This has been Mike Schmidt and
Mike Schmidt.
Thank you so much. Good night.